The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Horrible Gamers podcast E3 special, the first one actually of 2018. We are going to discuss the EA conference, which we just watched live on our Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube channels. So head on over there if you want to get more of the coverage that we're going to be doing this week. Tomorrow is Microsoft, Bethesda, Sony on Monday, and we'll see what else we can squeeze in there. But we just watched the E3 EA conference from EA Play. I guess it's not really E3. They're not part of E3, but they're like a day before. So pretty much E3.
Pre-E3.
Pre-3. Of course, you know who I am, Jesus Walks a Lot. I'm joined by my Canadian co-host, Ryan Gibson, Gib8777.
What's going on, everybody? It's E3. Let's do this.
And my good friend, Henley Merrill from the West Coast.
Hello to all. Yes. Pre-E3. Hype.
Pre-3, guys. So we just watched the EA conference. We saw a lot of things that they showed from, of course, they opened up with, was it FIFA or Battlefield? Which one did they open up with?
I think they showed like a little... It was Battlefield and then FIFA.
Yeah, okay. So they opened up with Battlefield 5, of course. They had a new trailer for it, and then they were talking about how we will see more tomorrow at the Xbox conference. They seem to like have a marketing deal with Microsoft where they're going to be showcasing a lot of their stuff at their conference.
Which makes sense, because when Call of Duty had the marketing deal with Microsoft, Battlefield had a marketing deal with PlayStation. So now it's flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Battlefield seems to be on the Xbox side now.
And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean, they did announce that they have a Battle Royale mode coming to Battlefield 5, but they said more details later on this year. So I'm wondering if they're not going to show that tomorrow, and if they're going to show it like at Gamescom later in October of the year. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll show it tomorrow. Maybe not. That's all up to see what happens. I know they were going to show more of the new Conquest that they have. They're going to show that tomorrow as well at the Xbox conference. So they mentioned that. So if you're interested in that, go over and watch the Xbox conference tomorrow. You can watch it with us even. So watch it. Of course, we lots of games to talk about, guys. So FIFA, they showed some more FIFA. Of course, they got like some new fucking cards or whatever. FIFA 19, right?
Sorry, guys. I fell asleep during the FIFA stuff. Yeah.
So FIFA was... I mean, it was FIFA.
Yeah.
Nothing else really to say.
It was
there.
FIFA 19. Probably, still not going to play this year's gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, just like short cinematic trailers.
Yeah, so people liked it, I guess. People didn't like it. Who knows? Then they showed, of course, some more Madden 19. Again, another Madden game. Who was surprised? Big surprise there, guys. Another sports game coming out this year. Nothing new there, really. They just showed a bunch of gameplay.
Prior to that, they showed... What was that mobile game that's also... Was it Madden Live or something like that? That's it's a similar style, just mobile cash grab game. An original Xbox game.
Yeah.
We were all watching it going like, what the hell? It's been on there forever. They're not going to take it down if they're just collecting cash.
That was an easy cash grab for them. They showed another mobile game. I don't even know what it's called. What the fuck was it called? The mobile game.
Command and Conquer Rivals.
Oh, yeah. Command and Conquer Rivals. It's a mobile game. It looked kind of boring, in my opinion.
It's like a card game where you're putting your cards on the table and then it puts troops out
and the troops go across, and your troops have to defeat. You're basically building strategy like you are in any of those sort of like Clash Royale or card games. You're trying to put out troops that are going to defeat the other person's troops, so you can pile more troops on top and take down their base.
I didn't get the card vibe, but I saw with
the
those
cards are all along the bottom. The cards are all along the bottom, and you play them. And I bet you upgrade them, and all that kind of stuff, just like you do in like Clash Royale or any of the other. It's not a card game like what's it called, like Hearthstone or anything like that.
Yeah, there's another one that's kind of trending right now. It's called Slay the Spire. And that one's more of a fighting game, but I think it's card based. Where
you put a card down, and then that card has to defeat whatever card the other person puts down. You know what I mean? It's
like Magic or anything else.
You're making up strategies, so it's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, I mean, and then something about 2 missiles. You have to launch 2 missiles to destroy the other person's base, and you can steal the person's missile if they build one. Whatever. Yeah. It is what it is.
It doesn't interest me at all.
Neither. Did nothing for me, actually. So, yeah. Another game that we saw today was a Sea of Solitude. This game looked interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, this game was cool.
So they had the lady up there talking. I think she was the director, right? The creative director of the game or something like that.
For a small indie studio. I wonder if were they the ones that made Faye? I wonder. It had that, not the same color.
I don't know. But they were talking about how this game really captures a lot of, sadness, depression, darkness, the sense of feeling alone. Of course, it's called Sea of Solitude. And the main character seemed like she was like a shadow with like red eyes almost.
Yeah.
So
I kind of looks like you're kind of like boating around in this like flooded city or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're in a little raft, and you gotta like boat around this flooded city and see what's going on. I mean, it looked cool, man. I'm really interested in it. I can't wait till it comes out. I want to play that.
Yeah, I think
it
really
was cool. Like how she's in the boat, and then she's like she's looking at her own shadow, and then it's like everything's bright and sunshine, and then it's the second later, it's like going dark, and like shadows are coming out that are just, and she's like, this can't be real. So it seems like it can be a pretty cool title for like some horror elements to it.
So I think it'll be interesting to see what comes of that game. Another game that we saw that was an indie title that's getting a sequel actually is Unravel 2.
Yeah.
Unravel 2 is getting a new was released today, actually. It's out pretty much now, on June 9th, 2018. They said it was going to be available tonight. So if you're interested in buying that, go ahead and buy it. But pretty much it's Yarny now has a co-op partner. He's tied he has he's attached to this other Yarny person, but it's blue. And pretty much you have to solve puzzles using both characters. And there's co-op in the game now, so there's that.
They also mentioned that you can play by yourself with a co-op partner, or the co-op AI.
Yeah,
that's what I gathered.
I mean, cool, I guess. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Yarny, but whatever. I mean, I thought that the graphics looked good in the first game. Of course, they still look incredible in this one. Yeah. And it's just like a side-scrolling platformer, pretty much. So if you're interested in that, I would suggest you pick it up. I suggest you give it a try. It might be on EA Access. They didn't confirm
that, but I would
say that it would be. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd have to double check.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they'll have a trial for you get to try the first hour for free if you have EA Access or something. I don't know how that works.
They should get 10 hours.
Yeah, and if you have never played the first one. If you haven't played the first one, then you should go back and download that through EA Access or Origin Access, because it's on there. If you're part of that program, you can download it there. And if you don't have that on PlayStation or whatever, buy the game. I'm assuming it's cheap at this point. It can't be more than $15. That's how much it was at launch. So,
and they didn't say EA Access, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's available just generally in the store for all consoles. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong.
I don't know. I think this one will be on everything though. It should be on PS4 as well.
Yeah. Either way, I definitely got a Brothers vibe from that. With the, you're attached to the other
person.
Yeah. But it had a lot of cool elements. Like you start out, you're in the ocean, and then you're like in these like watery caves going through side-scrolling stuff, and I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the art style.
Now, other things that we saw, I mean, today we of course saw that. We actually saw Respawn. Vincent Pello was there sitting in the crowd for some reason. He wasn't on stage, and I think they were trying to do this thing where like, oh, look, he's a part of the crowd too. He's just a gamer. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
So, of course, he was sitting there in the front row. And they asked him about his game coming out next year. It's a Star Wars game. Been confirmed already. And it's going to be called A Jedi Fallen Order. It's a game made by Respawn. They said it's going to be between the third and the fourth movie, right? Is that what they said? Third and fourth movie. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling you're gonna play as a Sith in this game. Like, I just have a feeling because he even said like it was a real dark time back then or something like that. And I was like, maybe you get to play as a bad person this time. Like, you don't have to be a hero. You have to be a hero for the bad people.
But he did say you would play as a Jedi and you would have a lightsaber. So maybe not. We'll see. Maybe
you'll be a bad
Maybe you're
Jedi.
playing as a Jedi trying to decide whether you're going to the dark side or the light side.
There you go. Yeah, maybe. So there's that. Jedi Fallen Order said there's release date 2019. I believe they said holiday 2019. They didn't say a specific month, so it could be any time next year at the end of the year.
He said, holiday 2019.
So there's that. So that's pretty cool if you're interested in a new Star Wars game, which I am. Next year, I guess we're going to be looking at that. Of course, they came out with Battlefront 2. New content coming for the Solo movie. They said that the content's going to drop next week or the week after next.
Yes, we're in the Solo. Like we're in the Han Solo timeline or something, whatever they were talking about.
Yeah, so they're in the. I think they're just going to pull assets from the movie and like make levels based on the movie, bring characters from the movie, like maybe a young Han Solo as a playable character. And they also said they're going to go back to the Clone Wars and bring content from the Clone Wars into this game, which I think is fucking incredible.
That's right, 10 awesome. Point. That's right, Clone Wars. I know you're into that.
Yeah, so they're going to bring content from the Clone Wars. A bunch of characters are going to come in. I mean, I think they mentioned Obi-Wan Kenobi will be a playable character now.
Yep. Obi-Wan against, what's the General
Grievous? Yeah, so General Grievous will be one of the guys in there as well as a playable character. I don't know if they mentioned Anakin.
Skywalker.
Did they mention Anakin? I don't know if they did or not.
Yes, Anakin is going to be a playable character.
Okay, so Anakin. I mean, they're going to have a bunch of people. I'm excited for that because I'm not a supporter of what Star Wars Battlefront 2 did, but I'm a fan of the game. I think the game is actually really well done.
Yeah.
And now that it's fixed, it's a good game. It really is. And if you haven't given this game a chance, I suggest you maybe try it out because it's not pay to win anymore at all. Like, they completely took that out. So check it out if you're interested in checking that out. Moving on now from Star Wars.
I was going to say, Jesus, really quick. They mentioned... No, I think they would mention also that mode that you talked about.
What mode?
What was it? Chase or hide or something like that? You were talking about running through the forest with just flashlights and stuff like that.
Ewok mode?
Yeah.
What about that?
He mentioned something about it in the beginning, and I wasn't sure if they said they were going to bring it back full time or not.
Oh, they did. That'd be cool, man, because I really like that mode. I played that quite a bit. And yeah, you were just a trooper stuck in the forest and had to hide from the Ewoks and wait for the evacuation. Yeah. And then
basically what he did say was
you become
that
an Ewok.
They got a lot of, positive feedback on that.
They did, and I think when they took it off the first time, they got so much negative feedback that they actually brought it back again. And then they took it off again. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe they'll bring a similar mode back to that. Maybe they'll have different settings for that.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really well done.
I think they'll definitely be bringing that back at a full time. mode at some point. So
yeah, so other games that they talked about, of course, Anthem was the big one, and they a lot about Anthem. A lot about Anthem was released today. Pretty much, the game looks to me like Evolve meets Destiny.
Yeah.
Meets, I don't know, Halo, like in a way. It's just like all these big games that are mixed together.
I didn't get any Halo from that, but definitely Destiny 2 and Evolve, and so a mixture of Titanfall, because you are playing as pilots. You
are, and that's what they call you. They call you a pilot. And pretty much your character will be a freelancer, which sounds to me like a mercenary almost, right? Like someone that just does whatever for money. And you'll be piloting javelins is what their suits are called. Their Iron Man looking suits is what they're called. And they're going to have 4 different classes. They said they're going to have the Ranger class, the Colossus class, the Interceptor, and of course the Storm class.
I like the Colossus and the Storm the best.
They look really cool.
Look fucking awesome.
Yeah, all those. I thought they all looked really cool. I mean,
yeah,
they did.
Just those 2 were my favorite. They all look cool, but those 2 were my faverites.
Storm
I think I would be playing mostly as both of those.
I think Storm reminded me of, you know what I got that when I first saw it?
Destiny.
Was like Zero from Borderlands 2. Right? Yeah, right?
You know what?
I got a cool ass armor.
I got a bit of a Borderlands vibe from it as well.
Yeah, you do, because the numbers are popping up.
Did you see how numbers are popping off, and it's not like crazy like Borderlands, but it's like seems like a little more serious version of that type of game.
Yeah.
Where it's open world, you can kind of go anywhere and fight anything, and I don't know, man. I'm excited for Anthem. I'm really excited for that game. It looks fucking cool.
Because they showed off, I think, was it Storm that had the, like, almost like that clone and then teleport ability?
No, I think that was the Interceptor that had the teleport ability.
Yeah.
Storm had, like, lightning and shit.
Yeah, Sweet. And then Colossus, he's the one that had the big shield, right?
Big shield, and he ran through all those landmines.
Yeah. And, yeah, so a lot of cool things, a lot of big gameplay trailer they showed. They said it was going to be it is a shared world. So
this was interesting.
So it's like a shared world.
The world is always moving. Like stuff is always happening within the world, and if it's happening in your world, it's happening in everybody else's world.
Yeah.
So like if it's nighttime, it's nighttime in everybody's game. If it's daytime, so on. If there's a storm happening, it's happening in everybody's game. It's kind of like
that's cool.
It's kind of like at Sea of Thieves, like when you're sailing and you have someone in a party and they're sailing on their boat, maybe on another server, but you're like around the same area and you're both saying, "Hey, there's a storm here." It's going to be this similar to that, I think, where it's like, doesn't matter whether you're in each other's game, there's going to be a storm and it'll be in this place and it'll be in everybody's game. So
yeah,
I like that. It'll be probably different servers, but it'll be the same world. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Right? Like, so the same stuff is happening in every world, no matter what server you're on. Or maybe it's just one server. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. We didn't get a lot of details on that.
Right, because we didn't get to see if there was any PvP.
They did say that there, when you go back to base, it will be in single player mode. So you go back to base by yourself, and that's how you change your loadouts, you change your customization and all that shit. And then you go back out into the shared world, back to like, you play with friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So they did mention that. And it was kind of a weird setting. We don't know what the setting really is about. They said something about these gods left their tools and some kind of anthem of creation.
It was an unfinished world. The gods didn't finish it, but they left their tools behind for it to be finished. So like it's almost like a planet that the gods made and abandoned. They were just like, we don't care about this world.
Fuck this world. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to finish it. So, but apparently they left it behind.
Speaking of that too, like I got a little bit of the vibe. What is that game called? It's something Planets. That kind of died off. Either way, I forgot the name of it, but it was something Planets. They even made it like a free to play on Steam or on their own website.
I don't know.
But yeah, I got a little bit of that vibe as well, just with the shooting and stuff. And I thought
Planet Side?
Is it Planet Side? I think they made a few of those that came out.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's like a free to play. It's like one of the.
It was free to play on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, which was a great game. It just didn't. It just kind of like died. So, but yeah, I it always had good shooting. So, and I got that especially with this like sci-fi world, and you got your little bit of your Evolve. But one of the things I noticed too, it kept showing that ring, that it's either like a time portal or it's just like it'll just shift you to another location.
I wonder if that's maybe what you go through when you're in your base, and then to get back to your base. Maybe that's what that is. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find it.
Either way, we'll see.
I'm sure we'll find out more.
But I thought,
yeah, they said there's going to be mutated creatures, violent storms. They mentioned a lot of things about this game. The Tarsus is what the world is called, right? Tarsus?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what they said. The world is called Tarsus. And they said that there will be cosmetics and vanity items you can purchase, but you will always know what you're buying ahead of time. Like, they're going to show you what you're paying for. Which is cool.
And it won't be pay to win. So you don't get any gameplay advantage out of the purchases. It's only cosmetic. Strictly cosmetic stuff, so you can buy colors or designs or whatever for your guys if you want to. And I'm sure there's going to be ones that you unlock in the game and stuff like that too.
It will have shaders. You can make it pink.
Right.
Yeah.
Make your palette pink.
And the big news is that it's coming out next year, February 22nd, 2019. It's going to be an early game in the year. I like that. I like that they're releasing that early in the year, and then we get Star Wars at the end of the year. And they're pushing it away from Battlefield 5 a bit. I like that. I like the strategy they're going with.
Yeah, not like last year. It was all clumped together.
Yeah, I hated how they released like Titanfall with Battlefield right next to it and all that shit. Like, it was all together, and they completely screwed over Titanfall with that. I think February 22nd is a good release date for this game. And they also, one big thing that we kind of skipped over here, guys, was EA has announced their new program called EA Origins Access Premium. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yes.
Origins Access Premium.
Will give you access to all their games day one. Just like Game Pass gives you access to Microsoft games day one, EA on PC has now kind of in a way stepped up and said, hey, look, we can do this too. Who knows what the pricing is? I don't know if you guys have confirmed the pricing, if you will go to their website or something. But they didn't mention the price. They didn't mention none of that. They did mention a new software that they're developing for all the platforms, for PCs, phones, and consoles and TVs and everything, where they're going to be able to stream games to your devices. Full games, like Battlefield 5 will be streamed.
Jesus, it's called EA Access Premier.
Oh, Premier, not Premier. Premier.
Remember,
how much
we
is
don't
it?
have a premium pass anymore. We want to get away from that.
It now. Give me a sec here.
Now, the whole time they showed that part of it, the conference, he had a mobile controller, right? They didn't show the brand or anything like that. Just showed like, hey, that I'm playing on my Galaxy S8 or whatever that phone was. That's what it looked like to me, or a Razer.
Okay, here we go.
With that controller.
Here we go. EA says it plans to launch Origin Access Premier this summer. The service will cost $14.99 per month or $100 per year. Origin Access itself... Oh, wait. The benefit of which you could include an EA Origin Max... Okay, if you have Origins, you can upgrade your Origins account for an extra $4.99 or $29.99 a year.
Okay, so an extra $5 a month?
Extra $5 a month,
okay.
Or an extra $30 a year.
I think that's cool if I could then just log in on my phone and...
Origin Premier will feature all new PC games. that will include the return of Madden NFL to the platform for the first time in a decade with this year's Madden NFL 19, along with FIFA 19, Battlefield 5 in the fall, and Anthem in 2019. Subscribers will also be able to play those games before launch, but they won't be limited trials.
What?
That's cool. So that'll be like a Game Pass thing. I'll pretty much have access to the full game, minus any kind of DLC or microtransactions. Is that what I'm gathering? That's a good deal.
Once a game goes live on Origin's Access Premier, the entire game will be available before its public launch for an unlimited amount of time.
Wow.
So there's no time limits for Premiere.
Wow, that is crazy.
That's pretty big fucking news. That's pretty.
That is crazy. So pretty much they're like saying EA Access. This is even better than that. You know what I mean?
So 15. Crazy. What do you think? Is that a good price, guys?
$15. I mean, you got to consider your only
older games.
I still have to say Microsoft Game Pass is a better value in terms of games because you're getting a lot more games with the Game Pass. EA Access, you're only getting access to their library of games, which is EA games.
But here's the thing. Yeah, okay, but still, like, some of these are real heavy hitters. Okay, but Battlefield 5, dude, you're not going to pay fucking $60 or $70. You're going to pay $15 a month.
But I'm paying $15 over the year to play Battlefield 5. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, I'm paying them. A sports gamer,
I'm paying them.
It may not.
Let's do the fucking math here, Gunny. Let's do the fucking math here, guy.
Okay, but if you're
I can pay them. Say I'm buying the $80 version of Battlefield this year, right? I'm paying them $15 a month for 12 months. That's $180 a year. And I could have just paid him $80 and saved myself $100.
Okay, but are you going to buy anything else? You're going to buy the next Way Out or Unravel 2 or I don't know, the next Peggle game or whatever's coming out.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll buy Anthem.
Maybe it all evens out in the wash.
So let's see. I pay $80 for that. So I paid $80 for Battlefield and I buy Anthem in the spring for another $60. It's $140. I'm still saving myself $40 if I'm not buying into this premiere. But, I mean, I guess you can add Madden into that cost, and then you can add, like...
Here we go. This is what you're going to get launch early. Madden NFL 19 will launch on August 2nd on EA Access Premier, but the public launch is August 10th. FIFA 19, you get it September 20th, whereas the people who are buying it regularly will get it September 28th. Battlefield 5, you get it October 11th instead of the 19th. And Anthem, you get it February 15th, just in time for Valentine's Day, instead of the 22nd.
Huh. Yeah. Good. I like. So
you're pretty much getting it a week early.
I like it. It's especially good for us podcasting people because we can talk about it early. But I mean, of course, they're always just showing gameplay way early.
I mean, I guess. I think it's a good idea for them to do it. I just think $15 a month, I don't know.
I mean,
but here's the thing. Here's the other thing, too.
The problem now is that there's so many subscription things now. You know what I mean?
But now you can just pay the
Xbox Live, you got Game Pass, you got,
EA Access.
EA Access.
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, YouTube Red. PSN, PS Plus.
Spotify. They're all going to be fucking broke.
Everything is going to be fucking... How much... Bro, what's your bill for your subscriptions this month? Oh, $300.
Yeah.
But
it's a good deal, though. I'm getting a good deal. Yeah, spending $300 on fucking subscriptions a month.
Do you think we're just going to be, us $5 a month holders for EA Access on Xbox are just going to be like... Yeah, I just got like the lowest subscription, the $5 one. Is that going to be good enough? I think it's, or just pay an extra $10. That seems like a big leap.
For consoles, it's fine. I mean, EA Access works. It does what it does. It's no problem. That's a fine thing. It works, right? But what I was interested in more than this premiere, Origins premiere or whatever, I was interested more in what EA said they're working on, and they have in beta currently. And that is streaming full games to any platform anywhere, anytime. That is a fucking game changer, dude. That is, yeah. Changes the future of gaming for fucking ever. If they're able to pull this off and stream a full fucking game, any game they have in their library, fucking Madden 19, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Battlefront 3, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Elixir. They're able to say, you subscribe to this new EA program where we charge you $15 a month again for another subscription. We're going to charge you $15 a month again, and you're able to stream these games to your fucking phone, to your laptop. You don't even need a gaming PC. You just need a laptop with internet connection, and you can plug your controller into it, take your laptop anywhere, and play these fucking games on a nice screen with the controller. It's done.
Take your tablet.
Yep, take your tablet.
Yeah, I've got my iPad. I've got my iPad.
Bluetooth controller, hook it up.
Yep.
Play on your tablet.
Anywhere, anytime. That's gonna be a game changer, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull it off. I mean, they're saying that they already have this in beta, and they're gonna be testing a few games on. They said Android or something, right? They're Android. We're testing a few games on Android. Yeah. So that is a big deal, dude. And I don't know how that pretty much. I think that's a killer for Apple and Android. That's because you got to consider Android and Apple make a lot of revenue off of their apps, and games are a major thing in apps. Once game developers but listen,
these people that are used to buying app games and stuff into an EA storefront where it's like once I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think it will. I think the future. Right now we have a new generation of kids growing up with tablets and phones. They're used to these. Once this generation of kids start getting older and they realize I can pay $15 a month or have my parents pay $15 a month and I get access to like these crazy ass looking games on my tablet or my phone. Fuck yeah, I'm going to do it.
Easy sell.
That's an easy sell. Yes.
Here's the thing. When I go to my wife and I say, look, here's the deal. I need this $10 a month thing for Game Pass. And that's going to come out of the checking account every month. Well, what the hell is that? I'm like, okay, well, I get to play 100 games, potentially, that Xbox provides. Yeah. And they're all good. You know, there's a lot of good games on there. And I said, this will save me money over the year. Right? She goes, well, how much? You know, she knows. So it's a good sell. I think if I say I can save, $150, $200, like, okay, here's the $10 every month. So I think that could be sold to parents and say, hey, look, Ma, I could play on my iPad on your Galaxy S8 while I'm over at Grandpa's house and come home and play on my Xbox. As long as I think it's a good thing, especially when you're into sports and shooters and shit like that. Because right now, Origins, when I log into my Origins account, I can't link that with my Xbox account, right? No, they have to be separate.
And that's the thing, this whole program is separate as well.
This is a whole other new thing, yeah.
This is just PC.
And I'd be fine with that. If they wanted to make a separate app, right? I could definitely see the PlayStation going, hey, we kind of want a piece of that, right? Because then I can, holy crap, if you own both consoles.
I think PlayStation will.
Yeah, well, we'll see if I think they might see how well it's doing on Xbox. But if they do, right, I can play it on my PC. I can play it on my phone, my PlayStation. I don't think Nintendo would, if they would even have the technology available on the Switch to have these things. But anyway, yeah. So
I think it's streaming. It doesn't matter if they have the technology or not, because the technology it's just being streamed to your device.
And Nintendo
it's not using the power of the Switch. It's using the power of whatever computer the server's on, or that you're streaming from. So it's kind of like
I'm on board with the $15 a month, and that's what I'm going to do day one. But I think
and then again, you have to look at is your internet service providers. Do you have a strong enough internet connection to do this kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's the one problem I think that they're going to have is getting the bandwidth from the ISPs to be able to do this correctly. I think
because not everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then assuming they're going to keep that $5 a month EA access the way it is currently now, right? Download the game, play the trial, play the multiplayer for a limited amount of time. They can always just backpedal and, can this mode if it doesn't work out. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to, when I talk about streaming to all devices, I think it's pretty innovative. I like it.
I think it's the
especially
future.
I've been seeing a lot of these controllers now, Bluetooth controllers, and associated with mobile
Microsoft
devices.
will be following suit. I think Microsoft will have a similar announcement tomorrow at E3. Now that I've seen EA announce this shit, I think Microsoft will be like, we're taking Game Pass a step further. We're trying to put it on mobile platforms and stream games.
Wow, that would be cool.
I think they're going to try to do that.
Yeah. And this is not the Microsoft conference, but, we talked before about, hey, could they do that for PC players, with Xbox? So I think they're feeding off of each other, obviously, EA and Microsoft with these.
Well, they're both trying to capture the PC market, but they can't because Steam is so fucking just oversaturated the whole market. They just take over everything, but I think they're both trying to compete. And I think at the same time, they're both realizing how big the mobile market is. And I think we'll see a big announcement tomorrow where Microsoft will announce something about low latency fucking streaming or something. To like, you could stream your fucking game to your fucking phone from your Xbox. Play on your phone, like some dumb shit. I almost think now that's going to happen.
Yeah, and EA does have all their apps,
and that'll be a big deal. Can you imagine if, like they said,
in that mobile space for sure. They make a lot of money on mobile.
Can you imagine if Microsoft tomorrow said, we figure out a way to use the Xbox app on your phone. You stream your shit just like you do with the PC app where you stream it to your PC. Yeah. Now you stream it to your phone, and now you can play your games on your phone with the controller away from your TV. If somebody needs to use the TV, you just turn off the TV or switch it to whatever. Put it to your phone, and you play on your phone or your tablet or whatever the hell you want to play on, and you're good. That's gonna be
as long
crazy.
as they can make that seamless and easy.
Yeah,
it'll be a success.
I think it might. But I think that's all we have today for EA. I mean, I don't know if anything you guys want to talk about. I thought for sure Anthem looks cool. It's just an interesting world. I think the gameplay really looks fun and solid. Yeah, I'm sold on it. Really, honestly, I think I'll probably buy this game day one. At this point.
I mean, right now, out of this conference, believe it or not, I'm interested in Battlefield.
Yeah.
It actually looks really cool, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really care for that game series at all. That looks really cool. I'm super interested in that SOS game,
yes.
Sea of Solitude.
Yeah.
That looks fucking fantastic. Yarny looks pretty cool. I'll probably play that a little bit, for definitely. And what else? And Anthem. That's those are the games that are piquing my interest out of this conference. What about you guys?
Yeah. Well, what I gathered from from Anthem was, just to kind of sum it up for me, it's Titanfall 3 in jetpacks in the jungle.
I don't feel like it's Titanfall at all, Gunny. I don't know.
No. Yeah, I don't think it's like any kind of like, tower defense sort of thing.
But it's not fast like Titanfall.
No, it's not. It seems like a clunkier game.
Yeah.
Titanfall.
Right, and you're all in third person and shit like that. But no, it looks really cool. I like the elements and the mechanics they took from Titanfall. With the rockets and the freaking those grenades that just fly out of his back, the different pilots and shit. But definitely be a day one purchase for me as well.
Anthem.
Be playing that on EA Access early.
Super excited for Anthem.
The world, the jungle, the way they add in these sci-fi old world elements from the gods. Yeah, it's a beautiful world they have. Unravel 2, if you're into that game Brothers, Tale of Two Sons, or whatever it was called, that game was well received, and I think it'll be great playing co-op. And
I want to know what it's going to be like to play co-op, like to play by yourself.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where, man, it's got so many bugs and the other character wouldn't move and I'm trying to get it to move and, so it'd probably be better to actually play with a real human. Yeah, I was going to also mention that I did listen to a podcast about the gentleman that made the first Unraveled, and it's pretty good. It has to do with, I'll just say that I think it was the death of his daughter, and yeah, it's a really good story coming from an indie studio. So the first one was good. I never finished it, but I think I just played the trial. I don't think I own it. It's actually in the vault. I'm sorry, it's in the vault, so the full game can be played. Let's see, FIFA. Yeah, no, it's not my thing. Command and Conquer. I know that's on Xbox. I think it might have been on the original. And yeah, I'm just not into those kind of games, but definitely Anthem. Definitely picking that up day one. Yeah, sure.
Pretty much same here. I'll be picking up Anthem. Might pick up Madden this year. I don't know. Might be the year I buy Madden again.
You know what? They did the pre-show, and I don't know if it was. I don't think it was part of the conference, but people were playing the Sims game.
Yeah.
That wasn't part of the conference, correct?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sims game. I mean, they got
the
new DLC season 4 is coming out pretty soon, and add a bunch of new content to the game if you're into that. But yeah, I'll be playing Battlefield 5 when it launches. Of course, I'll be into that. I'll be really into that, and I'll be playing Anthem when it comes out. Sea of Solitude, maybe not. It just depends on how much it is and how interested I am. So I'll see. Jedi Fallen Order, I'm a day one purchase on that, I think. Just because of Star Wars. I think it's going to be cool. I think they're going to get the lightsaber duels down.
Oh, I forgot about that game, actually. I didn't mention that. Yeah. that looked cool. Well, we didn't really see anything.
We didn't see it, but we heard, So, but I think they're really going to nail, like, the Jedi fighting in that one. I think they're really going to just, like, it's going to be, like, a big part of the game, I think. Of course, I'll still be playing Battlefront 2 because the new content coming out, and I can't wait till I see the Clone Wars content, which they didn't say like a timeline, right, when that would be out. They didn't say, it's going to be out next year, this year. They didn't say.
I think they said just fall, didn't they?
Yeah.
They
fall?
Said fall.
Okay. Well, hopefully it comes out by fall, and hopefully, we have something to play. We'll see what tomorrow has in store for us. Of course, Microsoft's conference is tomorrow, guys. If you're listening to this today. Microsoft's conference is on June 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Nope.
Or June 10th. 1 p.m. Pacific time. Today is June 9th. I was looking at the fucking calendar and date. Sorry, guys.
10th, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda is after that, and that's at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. And then Sony is on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
So lots of shows tomorrow we're going to be doing. And then, of course, we're going to be doing the Sony one on Monday. I'm excited to see what Microsoft has in store for us. I think we're going to be surprised tomorrow. I hope we're surprised.
I hope so.
Yeah, I saw Mikey Berra tweeting out, we're going long. Going long.
Yeah, I think they said over 2 hours now. Yeah, or something like that. So, see what happens. I guess that was the reason why they wanted to have their own venue and their own date to do it, because they hated how E3 would always limit their time to 90 minutes. Yes. And they said, fuck that. We need our own place so we could just go as long as we need to go, like we don't have to cut shit out. But yeah.
I wonder if they roll over Bethesda's conference, because Bethesda starts at 6:30 Pacific, Microsoft's at 1.
No, I don't think it'll be that long. That's 5 hours. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
6-hour conference, guys. We're just gonna fucking play
one of our fucking podcasts.
Like, we're just gonna play games for 6 hours. Come up here, everybody's gonna play games with us for 6 hours. Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Yeah, there's no way they're gonna do that for 6 hours. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for the show. Thank you for listening. Always join our Facebook community. You can now follow us on Twitch, on Mixer, on YouTube. For Mixer, it is mixer.com/horriblegamers. For Twitch, it is twitch.tv? twitch.tv/Horrible Gamers Podcast. So you can find our channels there. These are brand new channels. We literally made them yesterday to be able to stream to both of them for the E3 conferences. And I believe from now on, our shows will be streamed to these platforms instead of Facebook. So if you want to watch us live, you can now catch us on 3 different platforms. We took away 1, but we're giving you 3.
Maybe Facebook will come back in the future.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see. I mean, it's going to cost us money to do that. So, it's a matter of whether we're making enough money through our Patreons. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want us to be back on Facebook, maybe go donate to our Patreon.
Maybe. And comments. Be like, hey, motherfuckers, get back on Facebook. We miss you or something.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know if you want us back on
Maybe
Facebook.
you prefer Mixer or Twitch. We don't know.
Yeah.
You get points. You get points for watching on Mixer anyways, and you get like
stars and
shit
coins and microtransactions.
Twitch, yeah, you get all points and you can bits.
Maybe we can start having interactions with the show.
Fucking weird shit going on. Yeah, so
Mixer interaction streams with the show.
That's it, guys.
Maybe you can mute Jesus by
paying
the 10 stars.
500 stars to mute Jesus' voice.
Anyways, guys, we're done. Bye. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you tomorrow at the Microsoft conference. We love you. Take it easy, everybody.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.